Good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your general view about the happenings at Broni Chrome, Hwidiem, in respect of the community attack on the NIMOS officials?
Okay, so for the past 5 years, we've done the nationwide risk assessment using Galamsey or inappropriate money as a case study. It is true that for the 5 years continuously, each year proves that inappropriate money or Galamsey poses a major national security threat to the state. I remember those days when we used to say these are mining terrorists or environmental terrorists, and we should not allow them to embolden themselves and occupy a lot of space. We were called all manner of names, and all manner of things were said. Today, we are paying the price. To the extent that it's a national threat or it poses a major threat to the state, every operation within the geographical zones where a typical inappropriate mining is done in a major aggressive manner, the operational teams are going to have some level of setbacks and difficulties. And these are the things we have seen. They will not just have difficulties, but the difficulties may come, some may come in the form that you find yourself in a hostile environment with a hostile personalities facing you. And in that regard, you are going to have an entanglement or entrapment. And if it narrates all the issues we have seen in this recent time, there has been issues of operational setback, there has been issues of entanglement, and there have been issues of entrapment, which is typical of what goes on within those zones where the NIMOS guys and all the agencies within the inappropriate mining fight find themselves. Salom is a simple thing. If you look at the motivation of the NIMOS people and the assignment given to them, you will realize that they are doing just as good as Operation Vanguard was doing. So my only hope and prayer is that they will keep the momentum and make sure they run to the end, and their side of the assignment will be completed. I also recommended or suggestively recommended that all the other agencies within the fight against Galamsey, by close of December, which I know they have been doing for some time, they will need to reassess the methodology and, review some of the operational strategies. And once they do that, it gives them an opportunity to have where the issues of the challenges, the major ones are coming from, and what difficulties they anticipated into the next year, and what level of resource mobilization they will need to put in. I also want to say that I have said that all the agencies will need to work together. And once they are working together, it makes it a bit more convergent for them that they are working with the local intelligence communities on the ground. These issues about entrapment and entanglement, yeah, they will be there, but they will be minimized. So this will be my general view of what has happened so far and some of the solutions I have prescribed to the frontliners in the fight against Galamsey.
Yes, the NIMOS, they may appear to be doing a good job, but how do we equip them to be able to withstand the resistance from the community people like we saw over the week?
So you see, there's a whole lot of misinformation and disinformation and miscommunication going on this whole fight against Galamsey. If you ask almost all the people who are speaking, ask them what is actually the role of NIMOS and how then do you measure their output or their input into the fight against Galamsey. There are other agencies involved who does some other stuff, like the EPA boss who went on exercise and the entrapment or the attack happened. When you take NIMOS, for instance, the issue NIMOS faced on that particular day, it wasn't because the whole NIMOS was attacked. It was a NIMOS boss who was patrolling with a limited number of people, and he got into an entanglement. What is the point I'm making here? NIMOS have a decision to take as to what operational strategy and methodology to use, how many people they should need to carry, based on the national risk assessment we have done. But then, are we saying that there's a militia out there that is more powerful than the combined forces of our Ghana Armed Forces. No. But then you have to manage the situation in such a way that, to the extent that this has become a national canker, you are managing it, you are assessing it, you are weighing it, and you are going through the processes in making sure that you clear as many areas as possible, bring them into the buffer zone or the safer zone. And this, I can say that NAMOS has done a good job in that regard. All other resources they will need, my understanding is that the budget that will be raised will give them some level of leverage. But recently I saw Gold Board giving them some resources to run. I am saying that, yeah, NAMOS may not have everything they needed, but they are doing the job. We need to praise them, just like we're praising Operation Vanguard, so that together they will get a job done. And that's the way we need to go. All those who want to interfere in the ways of NAMOS, we are telling them that you have to stop it, because this is a national exercise that requires everybody's input and that requires everybody's support. And I can say that my conversation with the leadership of NAMOS and the guys who play key role within the NAMOS environment, they are not despair, and they are not weakened at all. They are going in there and getting the job done. Thank you.